Sure, my name's Keith Tingus. I've been with Braver about 3 years, and I'm our NOC coordinator, so I run our Network Operations Center. Yeah, so my personal time, I actually like to read a lot. Big into philosophy, nonfiction. Currently reading through Wittgenstein's Tractatus, which is a whole lot to get through, but there's everything from philosophy, even through like fantasy and fiction. I pretty much read anything I can get my hands on. I think the best concert I've ever been to was actually seeing Rammstein at Gillette Stadium, which I think had probably the best stage setup and pyrotechnics I have ever seen for any band ever. Just an incredible performance and something you don't forget either. Sure. So prior to Braver, I was working at another managed services provider for about 8 years. But in terms of how I got into the industry, it was actually in my youth when I was about 10 years old, building PCs with my dad at the local DPW, hunting for recycled parts. And then when I went to high school, I was actually in a robotics course. But about midway through, they decided all of a sudden, we're going to be a networking shop now. So it kind of jump-started me into the network and security field, and I've been pursuing that ever since. Yeah, so undoubtedly what I like best about working with Braver is, again, the people, the culture that we've cultivated internally. I would say that more or less I've never felt more as part of a family at a company as I have at Braver. There's not one person that works here that I don't feel I could, go grab a beer after work with and have a good time. But beyond that, it's a group of people that work really well together. We've got nothing but hugely intelligent people that I feel like I can rely on and support me, and I support them, and that kind of atmosphere is really gratifying to work in. I guess no one would suspect, but I have a deep love for archery. I can spend hours and hours on a weekend just in the woods or at a range, firing off arrows and not even notice the time fly. I would say personally, I actually most look up to my grandfather. This is someone who's always had an impact on me. He's been a driven, dutiful, hardworking guy his whole life, but he is somehow not serious about any of it. He manages to walk into a room, crack a smile, crack a joke, and get the thing done, whatever the task may be. And it's been really gratifying to get to kind of follow in his footsteps a little bit. Sure. So I think one thing I really wish that more people understood was that for every day that their environment works well and they are not breached by attackers from the outside and the lights stay on, so to speak, that's actually an indication that their provider is doing a lot of work. I think it's really easy to appreciate your IT company when there's an emergency and they solve a fire for you and the day is saved. But it actually takes quite a bit of work behind the scenes to keep everything in a good state, and I don't think there's as much appreciation for that as there could be. Oh, geez. I think the thing I wish I could have gone back in time and told my younger self would be less risk averse. Take more chances. It's life's short, and you meet a lot of great people along the way, and you're gonna mess up, but that's okay. That's how you get some fun scars along the way. I think one of the things that makes Braver such a good choice for our clients is that we're actually really picky with our clients. We don't take on any customer that comes along. We try to connect with partners that are going to be a good fit for us and us for them. And I think as a result of that, it lets us build really strong relationships. So we're not going to be that shop that never talks to you. You're not going to never hear from us until you have a problem. We're going to have an open line of communication with every one of our clients. We're going to be calling them regularly, check in, how's the wife and kids, and basically make them feel as part of our family as we are of theirs.